I suppose this is as good as any place to do this. We were gonna fly in initially, but I definitely just got shot down by the outpost out here. So what we're going to do is going to give you a rundown of the base we've been building up to this point. By no means is this like end game meta or even like the best base. I mean, I think all of us as a group have worked on it hard, and I think it's in a decent place now. But this is going to give people that are new to the game, whether it's on PC or the Xbox or the PlayStation, because we have the beta coming around the corner, we have the release coming around the corner in 2020. So I want to give people an idea of what the vanilla experience is going to look like, or at least maybe a vanilla base would look like when you don't really go in having any plan and you kind of just wing it. And so we're going to give you a base tour of what we have currently. It's doing okay. We got a group of what, 4? Is it okay? So it's me, Razortube, Odin, Drusif, and Miz. So I could no, that's 5 of us. I can't count. So yes. I know a lot of the console players are asking, like, hey, is this like a mod or something for the game? No, this is part of the vanilla game. Helicopters, turrets, the electronics, all that stuff. It's all straight up. So, actually, these are our neighbors. We made friends with them, but this is the base we're going to be walking through right now. I figure we might as well do it now because you never know when you're going to get raided, and this is on an official server, so I figure we might as well do it now before it's all gone, like next time we sign in. Because you never know when you're going to get raided. So, yeah, we'll just give you a nice little walk around there. We've got a little helipad there at the top. It's quite nice. We just added these turrets on the outside. I think they're pretty schlick. We'll show you how those work on the inside here in a minute. We got the main door here. Actually, we have 3 doors. We have the main door here. We've got a side door over here, and we have a single door. These sheet metal doors all have the same kind of durability as far as blowing in with satchel charges. So, yeah, it's usually just a thing of like, hey, are you going to replace this door with like a garage door or something? Or using the doors to kind of like create a block. Okay, so the first section we have here is this little small airlock. We're eventually going to build this out a bit further to have like lockers, so when people are naked like this, we can just grab gear and then just go. And it also will have like little locks on there like this, so if somebody rushes our door, they won't get right to it. And then hopefully if somebody gets in on this airlock, like an enemy, and they kill us and the door's open, we can get enough gear and stuff to come back out and then clap their cheeks. Or maybe just close the door and trap them on the inside. I'm trying to think of the best way we're going to walk through here. I guess... Okay, so we did just recently expand this, so we haven't like filled this out yet, but this is the first airlock. So this is the front door. And this is the first airlock that wraps around. Or honeycomb, I guess. Honeycomb would be a better way to put it. Garage doors, they offer a lot more protection. And then this is a sheet metal door just with a skin on it. And then here's that back door we were looking at initially. And again, sheet metal door, just a crazy skin. But the reason why I have it set up like this is because if somehow somebody leaves a door open, they can't walk through it. People can shoot through that, definitely, but it creates so people can't just door camp you and then like blitz in. We'll probably stick some shotgun traps up here to shoot out, maybe deter people even further, but yeah. So, and then these offer a lot more protection, and that's why we have them there. It'll make sense why we have that right there in a minute. We'll probably put some more furnaces and stuff back here for some more processing so we can kind of get the loot in and then drop it off efficiently so we don't have to go very deep in the base, because you'll see a lot of gates, a lot of doors, and that's on purpose. Obviously, if you played Ark or like Conan, you know honeycombing is very much a thing. I'm trying to think. Do we just show you the turrets now? I'm trying to think. No, yeah, we'll go inside. Okay, so going from the first layer of honeycomb in, we have like a triangle airlock here, and there's a reason for this. Again, the same idea as we had outside, where if somebody leaves this door open, and let's say somebody gets in this deep for some reason, right? You literally can't enter this room until this door is closed. So it kind of creates a one-way pass-through, and it's for each side, which is quite nice. So like, the idea is... Yeah, so if somebody goes deep on you, they can't just keep going in and in. And that's why we have the triangle airlock. So it works like this. You have to close this door to get in. And then same with this door. You literally have to have it open. Or have this closed to get all the way through. Or actually, yeah, if you open this, it actually locks this in. So somebody behind you can't come trailing in. So I guess it's like a one-way pass triangle airlock. But anyways, okay, so like the first branch here, we're going to show you where the TC room's at. Well, this is our schmelty area. Did I turn on my light? Yeah, let's go ahead and turn this on. So we did wire the base. We'll go over this in a little bit, but that way if it gets dark on us, it's not super crazy. We created an airlock here first, some schmelties. Actually, this is our only schmelters right now. Our little tiny furnaces. They've been doing work. We stacked some boxes here. A lot of junk now. And then we've got an airlock here. And then we've got the TC, which basically controls the ownership of the entire place. We have a lot of high-value loot in here. We'll be changing this up. I think we'll stick our tier 3 workbench in here, but this is all armored. Yeah, big time. It's about as geared up as it can get. And we put this on the inside, obviously in the center of the honeycomb to kind of protect it. Once we do get an armored door, we'll replace the sheet metal door. And again, this is just like a crazy skin. But once we create an armored door and we have the armored inside, this is going to take a lot of juice to pump out. So that's the idea behind that. We have a few sleeping bags here. And then you can see more air lockage. And then we'll go off on this branch on this side here. And I guess processing, more deep storage, more junk. Our workbench is here. And obviously on any base, it's always going to be about storage. So this one here, we've got storage on the floor, which is nice. More air lockage. We got, because these are acting as like a carpet on the floor, this actually puts the, what is this, like the rug? Once you stand up this tall on top of the rug, instead of the rug being on the floor, it's on the ceiling. You can see my comfort level to the right is actually increasing, which will regenerate your health. So it's kind of nice to have the boxes here. If we're standing here, we can still use the workbench. You can see the blue bar there on the right. It says workbench too. And we're getting comfort. So if you're crafting here, having a rug above your head is not the worst thing. And over here, we have another airlock that goes up and down. It cuts this box in half, but really we're just all about getting a lot of storage. This one's crazy. I was going to stick more furnaces back here, but we kind of stacked some boxes. We have a bunch of boxes under here, but then like a step up. And we were gonna, like I said, pack this with boxes, but I didn't think this through. So we've got like, I was hoping I could stick more boxes here, but you can't access these bottom boxes. So again, when you're doing it on the fly, a lot of times you're under pressure. You got to build out quickly. You don't always get the benefit of just going, okay, I have the perfect amount of loot. No one's trying to kill me, and I already know what I'm gonna do. Like, building's permanent here. So when you place stuff down, that's pretty much it. Like, you have to destroy your own stuff if you want to get rid of it. I think it's like a 30-second window or something like that. So this is one of those cases where I didn't really know what direction we were going to go with this, because we rebounded after getting raided the first time in like the first 20 minutes of the wipe. Oh, I should say this is day 3 of the wipe, by the way. So yeah, it got a little crazy, but I mean, it's working so far. This metal room you're seeing in the center is that schmelty room, to kind of make it a little more fortified as metal's the next tier up. From stone. Okay, so we have the step up here. Let me go ahead and close this. And then we can close this. And this skin's nice because it has this little look through, so we can see if somehow somebody broke in this pocket. And if we're in this side or on the opposite side of this door, we can see if somebody's in here messing around. So maybe we can go around the other side. Okay, so we've got more storage here. Goodies, electronics. And then we've got some research up here. Again, more carpets on the ceiling. And then, let's see, let's show you the top first. Then we got the jump up here. And then if we close this, we have the same idea with the whole like vents. So we can see if this room's been breached. We'll go over this in a minute. And here's the top to the helicopter deck, which is, I think, essential, right? Like if you're 2 or 3 squares above, it's not bad. You can pretty much just land up here. I might have to move this. It might be blowing up, so no, not too bad. We'll take it for a spin at the very end. So these are quite nice. I enjoy these thoroughly. These higher up pads where you can just land, and I guess they decay now. The helicopters. You used to be able to stick them under something, and then they wouldn't decay, but I guess because everybody was hoarding them, I guess they do decay over time no matter what, which we were talking about earlier. That makes a lot of sense. Anyways, so yeah, this is the flight deck, I guess. I don't know what to call this. We'll go over the electronics after we go through the rest of the base. We'll kind of step backwards from there, like where the powers originate from, or where the power originates from. And again, since we did this on the fly, honestly, I didn't really even have a plan. We were kind of just surviving. This is coming along. It's not terrible, but it's not the best by any means. So we've got our research stuff here. Honestly, most of the time you're going to be picking this up, dropping it when you need it and picking it up. But it's just kind of worked out here. We got a, what is this? The grill, the barbecue, and then we got some food and some extra junk there probably. More goodies, battery for the outside, honeycomb, and the turret action. Matter of fact, let me just close this, because I need to charge during the day. Back here is the spawn room, the beds, which is, I think, essential once you do get things going. And obviously, you want to place sleeping bags around your base. We're sitting right here. And we do have those like in the trees and stuff, but it's always good to have a bed inside. Yeah, boy. And then we've got some more honeycomb here that we'll be placing. I need to place another door frame here. And obviously, this goes down right there. You always want to make sure all your doors are closed, because you always want to make it as hard as possible. We have another outside honeycomb that we're going to fill with some storage here. We did just add these. And I guess it's worth noting too, it's nice to do things in small pockets or modules, because you want to start small because you have to commit to the upkeep, and also it's hard to have that many materials, so like we kind of do things in stages and then kind of go outward. So that's another reason why I wanted to go through and kind of show the state of the base, because maybe we end up keeping it and it gets bigger. I don't know. Maybe we get raided and recover it. It's kind of interesting to see how these things evolve, especially in like a default vanilla environment. Right here is something interesting we kind of just stumbled upon by accident. This garage door goes all the way up, so we can actually get to the rooftop here. Watch it get smoked. And since we are playing unofficial, like I could get capped at any time. I'm trying to show you guys this. We'll probably make this another edition, but again, we only had resources to really cover this for now. But this will eventually become a room in itself. We might even add an extra floor. But I thought this was kind of cool. We created, these aren't half walls, but these are a third of a wall. What are these called? I don't remember. But what's really cool though is we have really good coverage. Like even down on the doorway. If we stand right here, I can even see the platform to the door. That's pretty sick. We can shoot a lot of different directions. We can see down low. One of the entrances is right below me. Actually, that's the entrance we entered in first. There's actually a double door right under me. If we go up here, close this. Oh, by the way, if somebody were to be camping upstairs and we missed it, and they were to drop down, these two shotgun traps that Odin plays would just wreck somebody. So I think that's kind of hot. Again, we put the little slats up here so we can see if somebody's camping it. But this is nice because these shop windows here will give us a chance to flick this switch. Now, should I go from here? Yeah, yeah, okay. So this switch right here opens up the turret door. And since in this update, we got I guess it's called the Turret Update 2.0, the turrets can now take different types of weapons. So this one has a Thompson, not a Thompson, a semi in there. And this will actually lock on to anybody that comes to the area that's not verified or authorized on the TC, or authorized on the turret, excuse me. So it's really nice. That's why we have these windows, so we can see if somebody's out there like shopping around. And we've can obviously load this back here safely when the power's off and the turret's. Oh my goodness, was that? Okay, it scared me so bad. The helicopter despawned and they explode when they do it. So nice. I had a heart attack. I thought we were under attack. I was like, well, here we go. Time to defend the base. It's nice like this because these doors open with a switch, and it also powers on the turret. I guess it's worth noting, I think the downstairs setup is a bit cleaner. But this actually charges during the day through the solar panels. And then the power is hopefully distributed in a very clean and efficient manner, so it only uses so much juice over time. Let me see if I can grab the tool here, because this is going to make a lot more sense if I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. Boop. Man, that scared me so bad. I was like, oh. Well, you know, let me just finish this this segment here. We'll go downstairs and go over the circuitry and stuff. But we have the exact same thing downstairs, but in the turret is a Thompson. What I think is really cool about this is this circuit, when it's off, it's not using any power. So, like, okay, if I turn this on now, close this door for safety. It's actually running off of this battery. If we look at this, if we run this right now, and it's not even close to being charged yet, it's at 2,400, it'll run for 2.5 hours almost on the current circuit, which is nice. It's powering the door and the turret, because each turret takes at least 10 units of power. It goes here and branches out. We'll go over this downstairs, because again, it's a bit cleaner over there. But yeah, I like that. And it's a way for us to kind of, again, do it in a modular fashion where we do something simplistic, because we don't have a lot of power. Maybe we don't have a lot of circuitry to do this. But this way we can kind of manually spot somebody and bait them in. The idea is that we'll add things like a transceiver. So we have a remote. So if somebody gets close to the base, and let's say we're over across the way, we can actually hit a little thing and an antenna in here will activate this. Or if you have a sensor, a motion sensor, you can have that set outside. And while you're out there farming, these gates will open up if it detects somebody that's not verified on the TC. Pretty hot, if you ask me. But again, we're doing it in stages because we don't have a lot of power initially. We're trying to save it. We want to make sure we have enough power when we go offline so the turrets can defend the base. But this is more for like trapping people. But anyways, that's another video for another time. Alright, let's go inside and let's maybe go over the power bank, even though this is probably not the best order to do it in. Okay, let me get up here. Okay, so all the power, you might be asking yourself, you're like, cool, it's charging a battery, but where's that power coming from? Coming from solar power, because that's the only blueprint we have. And if you look here, we have 4 solar panels. They should all be full health. So each of these are going into a root combiner. So is it... Shoot, let me go up there and look. I can't remember if each solar panel can do 20. I think it can. If it's taking full power during the day... Oh my goodness, make the jump. Oh my goodness. Well, you get the idea. So each solar panel, let me see if I can pull this off with the, I'm going to need a hammer. Hold on. And again, shotgun trap, if somebody were to drop down in here, they get their legs blown off. We could probably use another one in there. Yeah, the one time I'm looking for a hammer and I can't find it. This is of my own doing, by the way. This is nobody's fault, but my own. Okay, here we go. We actually started with 2 solar panels. I have to take this whole thing off. That's okay though. It's for science. If you look the way these doors kind of close in, I can't jump up here. Double swing doors don't allow you to go to the upper half. So it's kind of a nice, like, we can see what's going on in there, but nobody can get to it. Each of these solar panels up here, and I think it is 20 per. Oh my goodness, I'm the worst at jumping. I really am. You know, okay, just take my word for it. It's 20. So one of the solar panels come here. So to combine the power, you have to use what's called a root combiner. And so you can see the power up top is coming down here. 25 apiece? Is that right? Is that even... I didn't even know that was a thing. That's crazy. So yeah, to basically put it into one power unit. Oh no, yeah. Is that right? Yeah, the sun's going down. That's why we're losing power. So it combines here, and then it's actually going to a switch downstairs. And the switch activates the power, and going in is charging the battery. We actually have the lights on now, so you can see our charge left is depleting slowly. It's going up, it's going down. But if we actually turn off the lights, let me just go downstairs and turn it off real quick. See what I'm talking about. Don't break your legs, my dude. We'll do it real quick. I'm gonna need that helmet soon. Oh boy, what a terrible time to do this. It's so dark. Let me turn on the old-fashioned candles real quick. Man, I did not plan this out. It's so great. Don't I have a helmet? I know I do. There it is. I see it. I see it. I wasn't expecting to get killed by the outpost before we started. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on. This is probably a good time to see this. When it actually goes down. Okay, so it's charging now. And it is, you know, it's not charging. Oh, wait, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's going up slowly. But you can see there's no active usage because the circuit isn't active. This is only plugged into the lights currently. But when the solar panel, or when the solar cuts out completely, and it will here in a second, that light's going to go dark and no juice will be coming in. So that'll mean we're not actually charging the battery at all. We'll just be depleting it if we go back and turn on the lights, if that makes any sense. Let me go ahead and turn it back on because it's going to get wicked dark. I'm going to get shot doing this. I can feel it. Again, that just lights all of the lights we got going on out here. So you're not using any actual fuel. You don't have to go around and turn on each individual light. It's just all powered by the big battery upstairs. And then every day it's charging more than it's using each night. Oh, perfect. Okay, so you see how the make the jump, make the jump, make the jump. You can see that the light's not on now because it's totally nighttime. So because we're using solar power, obviously only during the day we get these. So we're slowly charging this battery. And if somehow the nights were 6 hours, we'd have lights for the entire night. But like I said, it's not going to be anywhere near that, so we'll actually be gaining more capacity during the daytime. Anyways, what's really cool is you can now pick up batteries. It will maintain this charge. So we've charged up all these batteries. We have extra batteries downstairs we've charged. And that's how these have been placed in for now, because we don't have the circuitry to really finish it yet. But we've been charging these. Actually, this one's charged into a group of solar panels, but the one downstairs, let me go ahead and put this back on real quick before we get taken out. Hopefully this makes sense and you guys can see enough. I'm going to have it swing in. Again, this skin lights up, so it's nice. Because you know it's your base, and if you're trying to land at night, it helps. I know you can see a little bit of twilight out here, but... Alright, we're going back in. And let's show you the circuit. Let me make sure these are all good. Okay. So what I ended up doing downstairs is the battery downstairs was fully charged, is fully charged. And I'm kind of just, I picked it up after charging it a few days, and we just put it down here. Because since the turret door circuit is basically only using power when we turn it on, this will last quite some time. So let me go ahead and whip out the plug, and this has got 8,185. Let me go ahead and just turn this on. Look, this can run for 9 hours. So eventually I'll plug this into the circuit upstairs once we kind of get some more things going. But again, a modular approach. But this battery will last for days and days. If we're just turning this off and on when we need it, we're good to go. So now let me go over this circuit. Isn't this nice? It just shoots the dude sitting on the door. It's so juicy. Okay, so the idea is your power source comes in. Runs up here to the switch. So again, as soon as you turn it off, it's not using any juice. I'm a big fan of taking the power out of any power source and throwing it on a switch, because you never have trickle. It's always like, if the circuit's on and you want it on, do it. And it's a great kill switch, and not to mention when you're doing these little wiring things, it's a nice start point, especially if you've had it fed over to a battery source that's across the room, whatever. Anyway, so it goes up to the first branch. This controls, whoopsie. This actually, if I have this configured for 10 units of power, that's how much the turret needs. And again, the source comes in through the bottom, and the branch configuration always goes off to the left. So the priority for 10 are always going to go off to the left first, and this goes directly to the turret. And again, that powers it up. And after that, the excess power is going to go up here to this branch, and this is configured for what, 2? And then so again, the left side of the branch, whatever you have it configured for, so 2 units of power are going to go out here, and the door controller that's opening, that's opening the door automatically, I have it wedged up here in the corner. So that opens this door, and then the excess of this branch goes out into this branch, and this is configured for another 2. And then this unit of power goes over to the left side, and it controls this door controller, which controls this door. And if I hit the circuit, And again, since this is going to use a unit of power, this branch will use a unit of power, so will this, so will this. And then if we add up the door controller, which takes up 1, this door controller, which takes up 1, and this, which takes up 10, that is your current load that you have for this circuit. So let me go ahead and turn this on. Then you can see we're using 15 units of power. And that's the drain, basically, on this circuit, on this battery. When you turn it off, everything powers down, the turret, and the doors close, because when these door controllers don't have power, it drops the door. And then again, let me go ahead and turn this on and open it. You can see the turret powers up and the door is open. And this door is basically a safety. We might create some more airlocks here, just so people can't blitz, because this is a weak sheet metal door. Or we could just change it to a garage door, whichever. So hopefully that that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at right now in day 3 on the wipe, and what to expect for console players here coming up soon for PlayStation or the Xbox, for the beta and for the release. So I really hope that beta comes quick, right? Let me see what this looks like at night. Is it crazy? It's crazy. So yeah, hopefully we still have this base a couple of days from now. We'll see, right? Yeah, if you guys enjoyed the base tour, be sure to drop a like, and don't forget I do post daily content. I also post daily DayZ content, and pretty soon we'll be posting daily Rust content, especially ramping up as we get closer and closer to the release and the beta action that, like I said, is just around the corner. So yeah, yeah, building for life. All right, we're